Hi, welcome to the galley. I'm sitting out here today on this gorgeous, gorgeous morning and want to continue my series about what I'm stocking on the boat. We're stocking up, getting ready for our cruise south. And of course, today, tomatoes, because I always have a tote of tomatoes, specifically whole peel tomatoes. If you can only do one kind of tomato, do the whole peel tomato, because with the whole peel tomato, you have your tomato sauce, your marinaras, your ragouts, your soups, your stews, your pizza sauce, your ketchup, your diced tomatoes if you need diced tomatoes. You can even make your tomato paste with it. You can make all the things with that one kind of tomato. And this is the majority of what I stock. I do have a couple of, I have two, I have a couple of these little palmy tomato sauce because sometimes, it's just kind of quick and easy to grab that tomato sauce that's already done for you. Maybe you just need a little bit. And I love their cartons because it makes trash so easy. And for us boat people, they so much easier to stock. Now, the biggest thing I want to talk to you about in your tomatoes, when you're choosing your tomatoes, is reading the ingredient list. This particular brand, my favorite, my hardest one to find, I can only find it at Publix right now. I have a whole bunch of these. Is the ingredient list is San Marzano tomatoes. It's San Marzano tomato puree, and the puree is gorgeous. But that's it. That's all that's in there. My palmy, I'll show you the ingredient list. Tomatoes. That's it. Just tomatoes. Because that's all you want. Even their tomato paste, all their products, just tomatoes. I don't need all that other stuff, especially if you go to the grocery store and you start picking up cans of tomatoes. You're going to see citrus acid in almost every single one of them. There's a couple products that don't, and sodium chloride. Now, especially if you buy already diced tomatoes, sodium chloride. There's going to be sodium chloride in there because they soak them with sodium chloride so they hold their little shape and they never breaks down. You can't even hardly cook them down to get rid of that shape because of the sodium chloride. And of course, sodium chloride is a gut disruptor, of course. And then citrus acid. And citrus acid is the biggest one. Now, both of these things, sodium chloride and citrus acid, were granted GRAS status by the FDA, meaning generally recognized as safe. So when the FDA came into existence, citrus acid was already being used in food preservatives. And so the FDA did no research. They just said, well, we're just going to grant it GRAS status. And of course, since then, research has been done. And, let me just tell you about this citrus acid that we use today. One, it is not made from lemons. It is made from GMO corn, and they grow black mold on it. The citrus acid that you're consuming in these foods is black mold. And the majority of it is made, and you guessed it, China. So you've got GMO corn and you've got black mold, and that's what you're consuming. So if you have any kind of mold triggers, you're walking around wheezing, chronic stuffy nose, joint pains, you have brain fog, a lot of that can come from an allergic reaction to black mold. Now, since this research has started, and they found how inflammatory it is, and especially for people with asthma, highly inflammatory if you have asthma. And I think sometimes, because I have asthma, and I think suddenly you're like, why am I wheezing? Well, it could have came from something you eat, especially if I eat out, and I don't have as much control. It's also been found to contribute to juvenile idiopathic arthritis. It has been known to be inflammatory, and if you have fibromyalgia, you don't want anything to do this. It is linked to the autistic spectrum disorder. So many harmful things coming from the citrus acid, and it's everywhere. It's in everything. It's in your sports drinks. It's in your vitamin C packets. It's in everything. So the biggest thing that I can tell you about tomatoes, no matter what kind, if you buy strained, if you buy sauce, if you buy whole, read the label and know that your ingredients are just tomatoes and no citrus acid. There are some things, especially in my canned foods, that if they say natural flavors, it's a no. If they say citrus acid, it's a no. If they say sodium chloride, it's a no. If they, there's probably more. Oh, and any gum, anything that's any kind of gum. And I think a lot of these things is now it's in everything. And maybe it was generally recognized as safe when it was in one or two things, but now these things are in everything. So now people are consuming harmful levels of these things. So, you know, in this day and age, you just gotta read your label. So when you're stocking up tomatoes, search, and it's going to be hard. Let me know how your search goes, because it's not going to be easy to find your canned tomatoes that don't have citrus acid. Thank you all for being here today. I'm going to continue to sit out here and have my cup of tea, and I hope to see you soon, because there's more Stocktober to come. Bye, y'all. See you later.